Hey guys, today I will be showing you how to create fissile fuel in Mekanism. I did make a video on this before, but it was a bad video. It was really confusing. I didn't explain everything properly, so I am remaking it today. I should already have everything you need up on the screen, and then once you got all those things, we will get right into building this. First, we're going to start with our electric pump. You just place 1 square of water and put the pump over the top. Then we'll start with our electrolytic separator. Place that right there, and we're going to connect the two with mechanical pipes. Next, you'll place your pressurized reaction chamber, and we're going to connect those with pressurized tubes. On top of that, place your oxidizer, and follow it with 2 infusers. After the 2 infusers, you'll place the Condensing Trader. And we're going to connect the first infuser to the pressurized tubing because it also needs oxygen. You're also going to want to grab a configurator. We're just going to disconnect that right there so nothing crazy happens. The Condensing Trader also needs water, so we're going to pipe our water directly to it. After you've got that going, we're going to take our next machine. Should be the Dissolution Chamber. I'm going to place that right there. You're going to connect this to the second infuser with pressurized tubes. Then we're going to take our last infuser and place it next to that. And then you're going to put an oxidizer next to it. Place 1 pressurized tube. It's going to look like it doesn't connect, but that's just because we haven't done the inputs and outputs yet, but that will be an input for the infuser. Then take your centrifuge, place that on top, and that's all for that. Now I'll just go through the inputs and outputs with you guys. This should be outputting gases to the right. It can be output 1, output 2, it's not really important. But the oxygen is going to go into the reaction chamber. So for the gases, you're going to want it to input on the left. This one is going to output items. So you're going to want to go to the items tab and make sure it is auto ejecting. Click that little button there and have it outputting on the top. This one is going to input items from the bottom, so make sure that's there. The oxidizer is going to output gas on the right side. For this infuser, it is going to input from the left and the bottom. Just like that. On the gases tab. Make sure you are on the gases tab for most of these machines. And then it's going to output on the right into the second infuser. This infuser is going to output from the top and input from the left and right side. I'll do that in a second. I come back to that machine. For the Condensing Trader, you're going to want to toggle it to decondensating. It is going to be turning water into water vapor. And it's going to output that water vapor on the left side into the second infuser. So you'll see me go back into this infuser and make an input 1 and input 2 on the left and right side. while I clear the weather because it always has to rain or turn dark or anything in my videos, and I forgot how to change where the weather is always nice, and you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, to the dissolution chamber. This is going to output gases onto the right side, into our infuser here. Our infuser is going to input from the left and the right, and then it is going to output on the top. Just like that. For our chemical oxidizer, it is going to just output on the left. Now we're going to hook it up to power. You're going to want to power all these machines. You'll see me move this mechanical pipe because it was in my way. I'm using a curative energy cube again, but obviously you will use whatever power source you have in your world. And there are 3 machines that need items to run. You're going to need coal, fluorite, and yellow caked uranium. You'll see me grab those here because I forgot to put them in my inventory, so just ignore me while I do that quick. I did also forget that on the pressurized reaction chamber, you need to dump the hydrogen that it is creating. So on the front, you're going to add 1 basic chemical tank and have the gases output out the front of the reaction chamber. You're basically just throwing it away. You can also, on the tank, set it to dump excess so that this will just keep running normally and you won't have any problems. Alright, so you'll see that I've labeled what machines need what. You can do this in your world as well, just to remember where things go, but the pressurized reaction chamber is going to take the coal. Also, it seems I forgot, the electrolytic separator on the left side needs to be dumping excess, because you're not using this hydrogen, so just make sure that's dumping excess or the machines will stop and it'll not keep running. Seems I also forgot to connect this one to water. This also needs water, so take your mechanical pipe and connect that really quickly. And then it should start running for me. There it goes. The sulfur dust should be outputting to the top, going right into the oxidizer, and then it'll make its gas. Should all be running smoothly. I don't think there should be any problems with your machines, and if there is, always ask. I reply to comments fairly quickly, so your fluorite goes into the dissolution chamber. You'll see that start to process. And then your yellow cake uranium will go into the oxidizer. That should be creating in there, and then outputting on the top, and then your centrifuge will start making a fissile fuel, and you can pipe this right out the front into your reactor. Here I'm just going through, I was just gonna kind of show how everything should be working. The sulfur dust going into the oxidizer, that gas going into that infuser, and then that product going into the next infuser, water vapor, and then the product of the Condensing Trader goes into that one. The fluorite starts making in that. It's one big process. Also, excuse when I stumble over my words. I'm new to using my mic in my videos, so I appreciate the patience with me being awkward. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this works for you. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to comment, but everyone have a great day.